Are you wondering whether the narcissist who was in your life is different for new supply? Were they a covert narcissist and you are wondering why it looks like they're so much happier, doing so much better, and everything's just wonderful for them now that they're with new supply? Let's talk about that. My name's Lisa Colucci, and I'm here to help you understand and heal from things related to narcissists in your life. And hit the thumbs up, hit subscribe. Let's talk about this right now. So let me know what you think in the comments. Have you had a covert narcissist in your life in the past or recently or whatever, now having new supply in their life, and it seems like everything is so wonderful and so much better for them than it was with you ever, maybe. And you're sitting there wondering, what? Was it me? Was I wrong? Were they not toxic? Because covert narcissists, as we know, are really hard to pinpoint. They're really hard to accept and allow the fact that the narcissism is there. It's really, really difficult to see whether what they're displaying is empathy or selfish, something that is like a twist back to their own relating to things, if that makes sense. And I know it can be really tricky to see or to even believe or understand whether a covert narcissist acts of and displays of empathy are even real in the first place, right? Because there's always a twist and there's always something directing everything back to self or for them to get attention or whatever it is. And so it can be really tricky to even know whether what you were dealing with was a narcissist indeed or not. In any case, what you experienced was a toxic relationship. So, or you wouldn't be here looking, right? You wouldn't be here wondering what happened. And with that toxic relationship, you had this person who sometimes was really wonderful and sometimes would do these underhanded, passive aggressive, covert, manipulative, gaslighting, avoiding tactics within the relationship, which broke the relationship down probably pretty quickly once it started. And the devaluing of you became this subtle thing that looked like it was your fault the whole time. So here's the thing, they're with a new person and it looks amazing. So do they really change? Do they change for new people? Is this the perfect thing? And was it something that was wrong with you? You know what? No, they don't really change. Here's what I think happens. I think that in particular, the covert narcissist is so afraid of being seen for anything that they're vulnerable to, anything that they are possibly wrong about or possibly need to shift or change in themselves to have healthy relationships. Anything where they are caught being the one who needs to make a change. Anything like that, I think they are so afraid of being seen that way. And when you're with someone a long time, or even a long enough time to really get to know them, it's kind of impossible for those things not to come up for each person. Everybody in the world has something to work on within relationships, and that will grow and change as time goes on. And hopefully, if in a healthy relationship, both people grow and change and heal and become the best versions of themselves within the relationship that they can. But see, when you have a covert narcissist and they have an absolute refusal to look at themselves, and yet that self is being shown to them by the other person or spoken to them, because see, a covert narcissist feels like a person you can talk to often. They feel like a person who would listen when you have something to discuss with them or something that hurts you or something that's going on with you, right? So when they're with you long enough, you see they're forced to look at themselves, whether you're directly telling them or whether just the expression of hurt on your face and in the expressions of pain that you're showing them are in their, it's in their awareness. And it's not that they care from empathy. It's not that they go, oh my gosh, I hurt someone and really wish to change. It's that they don't want to be caught hurting someone. They're not the types usually. Sometimes they are, there's a different type here, but they're not usually the type that enjoys giving the other people pain. What they enjoy is being the victim. They enjoy feeling like they're the bad guy, feeling like they're the ones who hurt people. By enjoy, I don't mean that they're like reveling in it and super excited. What I mean is they're addicted to it. They love that process. That process helps them hide behind something within their ego and aggrandize themselves outside of it so that they can be like, I'm a victim of that, but I'm better than that. And then they can pull supply from other people as the victim to help build them back up, to help to say, oh, no, you're really an amazing person. You just went through some rough times. Or, oh, yes, that person was very difficult that you were with, and we need to help you out. So you see, they can use this victimhood to gain supply elsewhere to help them never look at their issue. Here's something that happens, though. When they're with new supply, that new supply is a fresh slate. That new supply is a brand new individual who knows nothing about this covert hidden darkness behind them. And so they are reveling in this freshness. They are excited by somebody seeing them as perfect, somebody seeing them as amazing, because they do have that side, right? They have that side that knows how to appear to be giving, appear to be a listener, appear to be compassionate. And so that other person thinks that's what they are. And so they're living in this dynamic with this person who's new, where that person thinks they are amazing. And so they get to think they are amazing. They can pretend that all the other stuff either didn't happen, was your fault, was their fault, but now they've learned was your fault, was nobody's fault. It just happened because of the relationship. They never will take the accountability to say, actually, I brought that on myself when I started gaslighting, when I can't have communication that is difficult, when I can't look at myself, right? They can't do that. But this new person isn't asking them to do that. All they're doing is reflecting the good that that narcissist is giving them. And so they can hold this for quite a while. And from the outside, it can appear amazing. When you're looking at it from the outside, it can appear perfect. And you can't even remember being there with them because maybe it was short-lived or it looked completely different because you're a different person, right? So it really depends on who they've hooked in as supply and how that dynamic is playing out and how public it is, that is going to make it seem like it is the best thing ever. People who have been with covert narcissists have a difficult position because all the friends that you guys knew, all the friends that narcissist has, whatever, don't see the narcissism. They may see like a little bit of difficulty or a little bit of personality quirks or whatever, but see, covert narcissists often only target deeply those that are close to them. They keep everyone else on a superficial peripheral friendship that looks deep and friendly, right? But it isn't sharing and vulnerability and closeness. And so nobody ever sees because nobody's calling them on their behavior. And so you're in this position when you are with or have been with the covert narcissist to be the only one that sees it, the only one victimized by it. And so then you're in reaction to it and you're the one that looks bad. So what happens when they're with new supply? And new supply is shiny and glowing because they're only reflecting that good back, right? Because it's all they're seeing. All the friends think, well, yeah. And they say, oh, it's a good thing you left that person because look, this person's so much better. And so even the community supports that fantasy. All right. But what happens is the other shoe will drop. Reality will set in, the glitter will settle in the snow globe, right? Like it will settle. Eventually the situation will get real and that new supply will begin to see and feel and have the impacts of the narcissistic manipulation coming toward them. All it takes is a moment of devaluing. And with a covert narcissist, once the devaluing starts, they cannot pull themselves back out of it and they always will pull you back down into this devaluing state. And so that will happen eventually. But the thing is, no one will see it. What will happen is that new supply will start to look sad, start to look tired, have physical issues. No one will notice until that person either sees it and gets out or whatever, right? But it's not what it looks like from the outside, guys. It isn't that they found someone new and everything's wonderful. This is what happens. This is what I believe what happens and what I've seen happen. So this is just a little bit of information to help you if you are really struggling with having been discarded, leaving whatever it is, a covert narcissist, and thinking that it's better for them or better for the new supply. It really, really isn't. It'll look like it for a little while. And hopefully by the time it has disintegrated and deteriorated for that new supply, you're long on your way to healing and you don't even care what's going on back in your past with that narcissistic person. So if you need anything, coaching, group coaching, or peer support, check out the info in the description of every video and hit the thumbs up, hit subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.